Eddy, Catherine here in the beautiful Alabama hills in the Eastern Sierra. You guys might recognize this if you've been a subscriber to my channel for a while. I was here almost exactly a year ago on my very first solo camping trip, car camping trip. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit chilly. I'm here just for a camping, kind of hiking, maybe exploring adventure. I really don't know what's in store, but right now I'm going to go ahead and get camp set up. Unfortunately, when I arrived around the fire pit here, it said that there were no fires, that there's a fire ban. But I did go ahead and call the visitor center, and they said the ban's been lifted. So I'm really stoked about that because I brought a lot of firewood. I brought some bratwurst to cook, and I was, really looking forward to having a fire this evening because, as I mentioned, it's already kind of chilly. So I'm going to go ahead and get camp set up, and then we'll take it from there and see where the day takes us. So if you watched my video of my last backpacking trip, you saw that my tent poles, the shock cord and the inside of the poles had stretched out, and I had asked you all for help with tips on what to do about that. So thank you for everyone who made comments and helped with suggestions. There were so many of you, so thank you. For this trip, I did not bring that tent. I brought this North Face 3-person tent. It's a Marino 33. A friend gave me this a long time ago and I have never used it. So this is the first time I actually set it up in my living room, and it's a nice roomy tent, and it'll be my first time taking it out. It's funny, I Googled it just to get some more information on it, and the thing is heavy. I couldn't find the exact weight on it, but it claims to be a backpacking tent, and I just can't imagine taking this thing backpacking. I mean, if you're splitting it between 2 people, then sure, but not for me. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get it set up. She's much bigger than my little Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2. Pretty roomy. My little REI chair. Lots of people take these backpacking. In my last video I said that you can't take it backpacking, but I meant I wouldn't take it backpacking. And a lot of people kind of corrected me on that, saying they would indeed take this chair backpacking, and I know that a lot of people do. It's really lightweight, so if you're willing to carry the extra weight for a little extra creature comforts, then yeah, do it. I'll show you the inside before I get the fly put on it. Don't know if you can really grasp it, but it is very roomy and spacious. So I will have quite a bit of room to roll around in here tonight. And then I have a beautiful view there as well. It's getting a little warm. After setting up that tent, I flipped my fly around once after I had it all hooked into the grommets and everything. Not used to this tent. Anyways, it's time for some lunch, and obviously I can bring an ice chest, so I'm going to have a little wrap with a tortilla, turkey, and cheese. I have a lot of new subscribers, by the way. Thank you so much. I think I've gotten over 800 new subscribers in the last 28 days, so that's amazing. So thank you. So a lot of you probably are not familiar with my channel, so just to give you a little background of what I do, I am an outdoor enthusiast, and I do a lot of backpacking, hiking, and camping. So today I'm on a camping trip. My last video was at my first solo backpacking trip here in the Sierra, a little further north. Right here in the Alabama hills are not far out of Lone Pine, California. So we're in the kind of southern portion of the Sierra here. But I was up north, up past Mammoth on my solo backpacking trip. And a lot of you have viewed that video, and I have received a lot of new subscribers since publishing that video, so thank you so much. And as I mentioned, this is going to be just kind of a camping and exploring, and I'm really not sure where I'm going yet, but it should be fun, so stick around. But right now I'm going to just have some lunch. As I mentioned, I'm getting a little bit hungry, and it's probably about 1 o'clock, I'd say, right now. A nice cool breeze. Oh, that feels very good. So let's eat. Decided to do a hike on the Mobius Arch Loop. It's an absolutely gorgeous afternoon here. So I was thinking of going up to the Mount Whitney portal and just kind of hiking around up there because I hear it's very beautiful, the canyon. Obviously not summiting Whitney, I just don't have time today to do that. But I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is get up and go ahead and go up there and just hike around. That's the plan anyway for right now. My family is coming, a portion of my family, and they are going to be not camping with me, but camping at an actual campground not too far from here. So I think tomorrow I'm going to get up early before they arrive and just go around and hike around up there. Just take the Mount Whitney trail as far as I feel like going. I'm not going to summit because I am going to meet up with my family later on. And if I were to summit, I would have to get up very, very early and actually probably hike in the dark portions of the morning for a while, because it would be fairly time consuming, and it gets dark now at about 4:30, so I'm gonna have to save that for another time. But yeah, I think I'll go up there and explore. I've never been on that trail at all, so just seeing any part of it I think will be really cool. There it is, the Mobius Arch. As you can see, the sun's already dipped behind the mountain and it's getting chilly. I'm going to try to wrap up this hike pretty quickly and get back to camp because I've barely finished setting up camp. I just ran into someone, a photographer here, who wants to shoot the Milky Way, and he happened to watch my channel and he recognized me, so I want to give a shout out to Lawrence. Originally from Canada, but now living in Switzerland, so thanks for saying hi, Lawrence. You can make up that series of switchbacks on the mountain right straight in front of the frame here. That is the road that takes you up to Cottonwood Pass in the Cottonwood Lakes Trail. It's a pretty neat drive, actually, driving up that steep mountainside. Alright, so I gotta finish getting everything in my tent, and what I have with me on this trip is my big Agnes Roxanne 15 sleeping bag, my Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm Max. That's a mouthful. I always have to kind of think about it before I say it. 5.7 R value, so it keeps you really warm. In here I have just a bunch of odds and ends. Probably, something very important. Very, very important. Toilet paper. And a trowel. Hey, it matches. And I've got my Lucy light, which comes in very handy. I've got this Gorilla Pod tripod in case I need it. Speaking of tripods, I committed a major faux pas. I forgot to bring the little attachment that attaches to your camera, that attaches it so you can connect it to your tripod for my lightweight tripod. So this is the tripod I take with me when I'm backpacking or hiking. It's super lightweight and very easy to carry, and unfortunately I brought it with me but forgot that little piece, so now I'm using my big bulky tripod that I use with my DSLR. So that's not fun because it's a lot heavier. Oh well, I'm glad I have a tripod. Actually I have 3. 1, 2, and that one. But this one I can't use, unfortunately. So I did bring my Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner. if you're wondering if it worked on the last trip, it did. I only had to wear my fleece and the temps were in the 20s and I didn't have to put on my puffy. So I'd say that's a good indicator that it worked. And yeah, I got a first aid kit in here. I have my stove in here, my MSR pocket rocket. I have my Anchor battery bank, headlamps, a knife, mace. I have some hand warmers if I need them. Sometimes the mornings are really chilly. So I think I'm pretty well prepared. I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting this stuff put in the tent and then get a fire going pretty soon. That's what my little home is looking like. Real pillow. No backpacking pillow. And even an extra blanket. It should be pretty warm tonight. If you've never seen a Lucy light, this is what it looks like. It's a very lightweight, inflatable light, LED, and it's solar powered. A little solar panel right on top, and it's got 3 settings. It's really cool. So I've just got mine hanging here on the top of my tent. Light up my tent. Can you see the crescent moon? I think it's time to get my fire going. Got my famous fire starter, which is Vaseline soaked cotton balls. I threw in some of the box that the wood came in, and it came with kindling as well, so let's give it a shot. It's taking a little while to get this fire going. It's not just like going up in flames like I thought. I have to cook my brats. I've been struggling with this fire, you guys. It completely went out, but I got it, I think, kind of going again, and I got it enough to cook this brat, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat and see if I can get this thing to start raging. Holy moly, who would have thought it would be so hard to start a fire? Sheesh. Well, it was my intention to have a nice campfire chat, but the fire was not cooperating. It lasted for maybe half an hour, and just long enough for me to cook my brat, and I really actually struggled to get it going. Don't know what's up. I don't know if it's just this wood that I bought from the grocery store. Yeah, it just wasn't working out, so I gave up. And I just let it go out, and then I took some night photography, so some kind of starry night photography, so hopefully some of those pictures turn out nice. And yeah, it's been a really nice day. I'm a little sleepy. You know, it's a to get to this spot here, it's just a 4-hour drive. It's not like Mammoth, which is, you know, 6-hour drive, the more northern eastern Sierras. So it wasn't too bad, but it's a, you know, Friday after a work week, and yeah, I'm a little tired. It's not very late. I think it's only about 7:30 actually. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and say goodnight, and then hopefully get up early in the morning and go up to the Whitney portal and see if I can hike around up there. So we'll see. Anyways, that's it for today. We'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everyone. It's day 2 of my little Sierra adventure this weekend. Had a really good night's sleep. I stayed nice and warm, and wasn't cold at all. Got up only once to get out of the tent, and just took me a little while to get warm again. But overall, it was good. It was a good night's sleep. Getting ready to make myself some coffee here. I bring these little Trader Joe's packets, and they are instant coffee, and it has the cream and sugar and everything's already inside, so it's really awesome. I'm gonna have myself an Intamin donut and just relax this morning. Gonna get ready soon to head up to the Mount Whitney portal. Unfortunately, it looks like there's some smoke coming in this area. I noticed it when I first got up, but now it's even worse. and you know, we're having some major fires here in Southern California. And I think that's probably some residual from just the fires that are going on everywhere here in California. It's fire season, and yeah, it's starting to affect us here, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my coffee going and get some breakfast and head up and see if I can hike around up there. Yeah, I don't know if this smoke is going to affect my view, unfortunately. But that's the least of my problems. You know, my thoughts and prayers are going out to all the people who are being affected by these fires. See what I mean about the smoke? Coffee, the nectar of the gods. Have to have it every morning. Let's have a little coffee talk. Question for you guys. What do you do to get outside during the winter months? Do you do four-season backpacking? Are you a skier? You know, what is it that you guys do? I find obviously that you have to get a little bit more creative, but I do still manage to get outside. I still come up to the Sierra quite a bit. I like to snowshoe up in Mammoth and just go up there and do whatever I can do, you know, in the snow. So yeah, what do you guys do? Depending on what part of the world you're in, I'm sure that will vary. By the way, this is my pot I use. It's a Toaks Titanium 700 milliliter, and it is very, very lightweight. Wow, it's gotten a lot smokier just since I've been sitting here having my breakfast. Not sure about going up there. Guess I'll take a drive up. It's right here, so might as well at least go check it out. But man, yeah, it looks like it's just getting worse. Heading up to the Whitney portal and just checking out the smoke. Can't even see the tops of the White Mountains. Actually glad I did not decide to summit, because the views probably would not have been prime. I'm up here at the Mount Whitney portal trailhead, and I'm just gonna hike around. I don't know how far I'll go today, not very far. I see a lot of backpackers getting ready to head out, and I'm really envious. So I thought about doing it. Now I'm regretting that I didn't do it, but oh well. Check out a little bit of the trail and do a little recon mission. Definitely smoke up here. Looks like a waterfall, but I can't tell if there's actually water. Oh, you know, it's frozen. It's frozen water. Pretty cool. Quite smoky down there in the Owens Valley. Super pretty canyon, even with all the smoke. Just imagine what it looks like just on a beautiful, clear day. Conditions change rapidly this time of year. It becomes very cold quickly when the sun goes behind the mountains, which may be before sunset. Here's a view from a little bit higher. You can't even see the mountains across the Owens Valley anymore. Smoke's getting worse. Well, I think I'm going to turn around and head back down. I just spoke to some hikers. I was going to try to make it to Lone Pine Lake, but speaking to these hikers, I still have about another hour to go, and I have family coming, so I really want to spend some time with them, and they're going to be here fairly soon, so I'll probably head back down. And actually, when they arrive, I'm probably going to put the camera away for a while because I do want to just enjoy my time with them, and I may not check in with you guys until I'm back at my camp this evening. We'll see, but if not, then I'll see you later this evening, and might get a couple shots on the way back down. We'll see what we see, but yeah, it's very smoky now. You can't really even see down into the valley, and I just don't see much of a point of traversing the rest of these switchbacks to not really have a view, and I can't make it to the lake anyways. But it was enough of a hike to make me feel like poop for not backpacking, because man, I should have done it. I did speak to a girl. She camped at Lone Pine Lake. She said it got to 9 degrees last night, so that's even lower than probably where I would have gone. So yeah, it would have been a rough one, I think, last night. So for that, you know, I'm not one that really likes being in frigid temperatures. So I guess I'm just trying to make myself feel better. Let's face it. That's all I'm trying to do. Anyways, heading back down. Back home in my cozy little tent, I had a wonderful afternoon and evening with my family. We actually went back up to the Mount Whitney portal. They wanted to see it, so we got to see that frozen waterfall up close. That was really cool. I saw it from the trail, but seeing it up close was something else. And the sky tonight was just amazing. We saw these beams of sun coming through after the sun dipped behind the mountain, and just the smoke actually added kind of a cool effect. And then we went back to their camp and just had some dinner around the fire and s'mores, and just a really nice mellow night. And I'm pretty sleepy. I came back here after my hike and I laid in my tent, and I almost fell asleep, and I would have missed my family's arrival, but luckily I didn't do that. I am ready to go to sleep now, though, so I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. It's been a windy night all night. There's dirt and dust all over my tent. Yeah. Thought it might stop this morning, but no. Well, good morning, everyone. Wow, we had a very windy night, and it's still windy, so I'm just going to go ahead and pack up camp and get out of here. Hope you enjoy coming along with me on this little adventure, and look forward to more to come. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.